Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing well on this beautiful 1st of May, a brand new month. And you know what? I was thinking when I looked at the calendar this morning and I saw it was the beginning of a brand new month, I was like, oh my goodness, there's only one more month of school left before the children are out on summer break, and then they're going to be around for 2 months. Oh dear. That's what I was thinking about all of a sudden. You know, as a parent, that's what most would think about. Hello, everyone. As you are coming into the chat, make sure you say hello to the mods, say hello to one another. Make sure you pour yourself a tall beverage, get yourself nice and lubed up, because we are going to talk about Prince Harry, the man who claims that he loves being a father and it is the most important thing to him, is missing Archofficial's May 6th birthday. Is it May 6th? Hold on a second. Is it? Yes, I think it is. May 6th? God, I can't remember all these days. But yes, Harry is once again missing Archofficial's birthday, which made me ask a big question on X the other day. And it has gotten well over 1 million views by other people. It has gone a bit viral, I think. Oh, 1.1 million views now. And I've always questioned myself is, why is a father away so many birthdays? Where are you going? And it takes me back to when Archofficial was being presented to the few photographers that were allowed. And they asked, and Harry just slipped up talking about how babies change within 2 weeks and it's hard to tell what they look like. And even though Archie was supposedly just a newborn, remember this?
Does he take after? Does he look like anyone?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Everyone says that babies change so much over 2 weeks. We're basically sort of monitoring how the changing process happens over this next month, really.
And let me just stop here, because we don't need to hear this dimwit's voice. Nobody cares about his voice. Nobody wants to hear his voice. That's more than enough. But what I wonder is that this isn't the first time Harry has missed Archofficial's birthday. Archofficial, apologies. Keep calling him Archofficial. Archie, and I will not refer to him as Prince Archie, because until it is proven that that child was born of Meghan's body and not a surrogate, that child is fraudulently within the line of succession and should not be titled as a prince. Don't even get me started on American-born Lily that nobody has ever seen and is titled as a princess and has a space within the line of succession. Don't even get me started on that. But let's just stick to Archie for now. So Archie is turning 6, and Harry on Archie's birthday is going where instead? He will be going back to his old stomping grounds where he last showed off his twigs and berries, where we last saw his ginger bush out in public while he was cavorting with strippers and dancers at the Wynn Hotel. Let's not forget, this privileged prince caused the hotel and charged over $40,000 worth of, let's say, costs. I'll use that word for now. And guess what? Stephen Wynn covered the whole thing. He took care of the bill because he said it would look great. It's great advertisement that Prince Harry came to the Wynn Hotel and stayed here. And to be honest, what's $40,000 to Steve Wynn, who's worth billions and can just easily write it off? But here we go. Yes, I think Archie is an absolutely horrendous name for a royal. It's horrendous because if you guys have paid attention and have been here for a while, you will know that Meghan Markle had a cat named Archie, which she fed it grapes. And later this cat just somehow died of kidney failure. Yeah. Would you name a child that you allegedly gave birth after a cat that you might have caused its demise by feeding it frozen grapes? Everyone knows you're not supposed to feed a cat frozen grapes. Let me just show you guys this just in case, because then if any squatties come on here and say you are completely making this up, let me pull it up here. Let's find it here. Here we go. I've got it pulled up. Here is, because I have posted it so many times. Let me just stop this and show you just for proof, right? Just for proof. So here we go. Revealed, Meghan and Harry named their son Archie after her beloved pet cat who ended up fat after she fed him frozen grapes. But that same cat, if you read it in the article, it passed away because Meghan said it got fat. But anyone who has animals, anyone who has cats would know that grapes cause kidney failure in cats. So there you go. I find it very, very strange that she would name a child after an animal that she has maybe caused the demise of. John, thank you, my darling, says, glad to see that Harold Markle has his priorities in order. Didn't Harold Markle complain about his father being distant? We love our petty Betty. I love that you guys are all petty Bettys here. And yeah, Harry did complain about genetic pain and how that must have gotten passed down from Queen Elizabeth not being there for his father and Charles and being distant. I mean, she was the queen at a young age. What did you expect? And then, of course, there was the whole thing with Charles and Camilla, but that's a whole nother story. But Harry could try and break that genetic pain, which I don't know why he wouldn't, and is missing out on the birth date of Archofficial. Yeah, it's his 6th birthday. Instead, he's going to Vegas, of all places, to once again swing his twigs and berries around. Maybe he will plant his ex-royal rogue hammer into some sleazy women. Maybe while he's there, hopefully he'll grow a pair of balls, but I wouldn't bet on that, let's be completely honest. I will also mention here that I find it very interesting that Harry is not only skipping Archie's birthday, but he's going to Vegas to launch a new initiative in collaboration with the Diana Award. And basically, what I gather about this collaboration, quote unquote, let me read it to you here. It says his scheme, which is this new, you get it, his scheme, right? So obviously it's some new grift that he's coming up with to use the Diana Award. And he's going to try and siphon funds because now we know that Sentabale is a problem. He needs a new way to get money. And he is using the Diana Awards to launch his new scheme, which is this. It's called Pledge to Invest. And it's designed as an opportunity for forward-thinking businesses to make a strategic, measurable, and high-impact investment in the future of youth leadership. So basically, they're going to use companies and organizations and pretend like they are helping the youth. Let me say that the Diana Awards have been doing just fine without Harry bringing in a new scheme. And can I also ask here, if Harry wants to introduce a new scheme, doesn't he have to have it passed by William also? Gwen, exactly. Isn't William also a patron for the Diana Awards? He needs to shut Harry down. Exactly. Who put Harry in charge of just going around and starting up new schemes, new plans, and just new ways to grift off of people? How can he come up with a scheme without Prince William's consent? It's very, very strange to me that he is allowed to just go on ahead like this. He shouldn't be allowed to. He thinks that Harry, for some odd reason, thinks that he is the keeper of Diana's legacy when all he is really doing is desecrating and destroying her legacy. What has Harry done? Like, I've heard so much about Diana and Meghan's nonsense about wanting to be like Diana. I mean, I'm sick of hearing about it. Just let the lady rest in peace, for goodness sake. Meghan Markle is nothing like Diana. And I've always said, if Diana were alive today, number one, there would be no Meghan in Harry's life. But let's just say, if there was a Meghan in Harry's life and Diana was around today, I would be willing to bet you that Meghan would turn around and call Diana a racist, because she wouldn't be able to handle all of the attention that Diana would be receiving. And here, Harry has just gone on destroying her legacy, whereas William is quietly honoring her legacy, getting involved in charities that she was a part of, and he's doing it by honoring her memory. He's not making money off of her memory. He's not selling her memory to the highest bidder like Harry and Meghan are. How you have the audacity to say something nice about Diana. Oh, goodness. You have like 4 different accounts with the same photo, and I don't know what you're going off about constantly. You left like 6 random messages on my last live yesterday. And look, when you can say something properly and make a proper sentence or make a valid point, please, you can come back. But until then, take your nonsense elsewhere. Please leave, bring back pork. I also had the squatties have been very upset at how much I laugh and chuckle with you guys in these lives. They get so upset. You should see the comments they leave for me or send me DMs or messages telling me that I should stop laughing during my lives because they come off as so fake, and they could tell that my laughs are so, seriously, if you're that miserable, then go outside, go get some vitamin D, maybe go get some D, maybe go scissor if you need to, who knows? But I'm just a happy person. Look, life is already complicated and hard enough that it's good to laugh and have fun. But here, Harry is going to Vegas. Let me get back on topic here. Harry, I know, exactly, right, Katie? This is the Petty Betty Club. If you can't handle the Petty Betty Club, then you need to remove yourself from here. That's all. But Harry is going to Vegas on Archie's birthday, on his son's birthday. He couldn't wait a day or something like that. He has to go on his son's birthday. He has to go and party, live it up. Who knows what he's going to do? But who misses their child's birthday? And then let me remind you guys that this is not the first time that Harry has missed out on Archie's birthday. Remember, during the king's coronation, it was just Harry who flew back just to attend the coronation, stayed for only the ceremony, but didn't stay for afterwards or anything, hopped onto a plane and flew all the way back. And then not only that, Harry also skipped out on Archie's birthday. Which one was it? His 3rd birthday? Yeah, it was his 3rd birthday, to go and play polo with Nacho in Montecito instead, at their country club that was down there. Remember? Then we saw Meghan with her with her chicken legs hanging out and those gray shorts and the matching jean outfit. Like, hold on a second. Let me pull it up for you. And then Meghan also had Marcus Anderson there too. It was on this date. Ugh, this hideous outfit. She really doesn't have the legs to be wearing short shorts, but here we are. Remember, it was on this date. This day, they skipped out on their son's birthday and instead went and watched polo, where Meghan drank and she sat on a blanket with Marcus Anderson. The funny thing is that Meghan during this time had a security guard following her around those grounds, around people like Nacho's wife, who has a much higher net worth than Meghan Markle ever was to have. But yet it looks so silly. Here you are around these people who have more money than you, more prestige than you, and you are the only idiot walking around with a bodyguard. Like, what are these people going to do to you? Yep, they also missed. Yeah, thank you, HRH Mike. They also missed birthdays, Mother's Days, Father's Days, their first Easter. They missed that also. What kind of parents miss out on all of these special moments? And Meghan wants to say, oh, I'm such a great mother. They're going to love me so much. I do so much for them. How? Where? When? You don't even celebrate your own children's birthday, but Meghan always has to overshadow one of the Wales children's photos. Have you noticed that? Have you absolutely noticed that Meghan is constantly having to do something on the Wales children's birthday? And, well, what about her own? Craig says, MeghansMole, I don't think Meghan and Harry are fit to be parents. I don't think so either. I definitely don't think so either, because they definitely don't act like two people who are parents. And let me show you some proof here, okay? The reason why I bring this up, that they don't act like real parents, let me pull up. Oh, I guess I closed that link by accident. Let me open it up because I had it. Oh, goodness, that's scary. So here is a couple of videos that I've got for you guys that I just wanted to show you just as an example. Okay, we've seen these awkward random photos of Harry holding some child that we are supposed to believe is Archie. I don't believe this child is Harry's child. First of all, I don't think this child even knows who Harry is, because if this child was Harry's child, there would be much more interaction between them. But this child looks like, oh, maybe his parents are standing off the camera to the side, and who knows who this guy is that's holding them. This is just my opinion here. That's all. That's just my opinion, because the interactions that I see on these videos, these clips, these photos they put out, I don't believe it. Yeah, it definitely looks like an Uncle Harry. This is Uncle Harry. This is not Daddy. Doesn't look like it. That's just my opinion. Let me show you this video here, because these videos are what really get my brain going, because as a parent, you notice certain things, okay? So there's this one in their Netflix show, okay, where we are supposed to believe Harry is playing with this child that is supposedly Archie. I don't believe it is, but just watch the interactions. I'm going to stop it here and there, and then we'll discuss it, okay?
The world that they see is...
First of all, why wouldn't you give the ball to him? Let him kick the ball around, right? But no, it's got to be Harry who's got the ball and kicking it around. I don't need to hear him talking.
To be. They don't need to worry about the things that we worry about.
Do you notice this? Watch this very closely. Watch the interactions from here forward, okay? Because I don't think I'm seeing things, and I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments below, because watch how this little boy pushes off Harry.
Again?
He doesn't even want to hug him. He doesn't even want to hug him. Nothing. My child at that age, anytime I would open my arms, they would come running. They would definitely come running. and just the child just ignores. Like, let me know definitely in the comments below if you think that I'm exaggerating and that I am maybe looking too much into this and I'm over analyzing it. You know that I have no problems with you guys ever giving me some good constructive criticism or some feedback, and just let me know. Here's another one. This one, oh, I'm going to turn down the sound on this one because this was from when Harry and Meghan were in Vancouver for the Invictus Games, right? And then they went and made multiple private visits. Like here, they made a visit to the Squamish Nations where they were hanging out at one of the youth centers and singing. And a part of me is just like, okay, this is a little bit weird. Let me pull up the image for you here, because I accidentally stopped sharing it. Here we go. So this, I'm going to turn off the sound because what Harry and Meghan did while they were on these little side engagements that Vancouver taxpayers were paying for their security and travel and everything while they were there for Invictus, they would play this like screeching sound in their videos so that the media, that if they did let the media in, wouldn't be able to record. Listen, I'm going to turn it down, but listen, you'll hear what it sounds like. You hear that loud? Yeah, it hurts the ears. It completely hurts the ears. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off the sound because all you need to do is watch Harry, okay? Harry's a father. And let me just set this up here because Harry is playing with this little girl who clearly is at the age where they are learning how to crawl. And watch what Harry does to this little child. Watch. Harry definitely is a ding dong, but watch this. Do you see what he just did there? Do you guys see what Harry just did to this little child there? This little child is kicking her legs, wanting to scooch forward, right? And Harry grabs her legs and stops them and holds them, where the kid turns around and looks back. They're singing a song in the background too, but you see the child starts scooching forward. The minute Harry lets go of her, she moves. She moves. Did he bend her feet? Let's take a look because it sure seemed like he did put pressure on those feet there. Watch. Yeah, he did. I think he did bend the feet too. She is moving. She wants to move. And instead of helping her or like helping her go forward, so you see right away she moves forward. These people should never be allowed children. These people are people who I would never want around a child or anyone because you have no business being around children at all. Call me a crazy, overprotective mother, but I find this kind of behavior to be very, very shocking and to be borderline abusive towards this child. Who does that? Like, you're doing that for them to struggle. Why wouldn't you help the child? Like, oh, you're starting to crawl, so you help them move forward. Instead, Harry thinks, oh, it's funny. Let me hold their feet down so they can't move. I don't find that funny at all, one bit. And then on top of that, this is why I don't believe that Harry and Meghan are good with children. Cambridge says, so tired of the narrative that Henry is good with children. I've seen none of that. He acts like a dumb child, but the act falls short and he's too rough. He knows he's a frauder too. Yeah, I have another video of Ding Dong Harry knocking two boys' heads together during a engagement. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick for you guys because I have it on my Twitter and I posted about it. I mean, if Harry knocked these two young boys' heads so hard together that they started scratching their own heads. One started complaining and said that his head hurt. He literally looked like he was about to cry. And this is who we're supposed to believe is good with children, right? Nope, no, thank you. I don't believe that one bit, because we see how Meghan gets annoyed with children right away when they don't do exactly as they're told, or if they take the spotlight off of her. You see how her face suddenly drops. You see how the mask suddenly drops. It is the craziest thing ever. And then you've got Harry, who just doesn't know how to behave and act around children. He doesn't know how to not touch them in certain ways, or, oh God, I don't even know what to say, because it's just so shocking at some points. I just find it absolutely disgusting. Let me, you know what? I can't find the video, but when I do, I will share it with you guys, because I have posted it on my Twitter account. Let me find it. Let me see. Here we go. I knew I would find it. Let me show it to you guys here. Let me show you. Here's the clip right here. Okay, never forget this. Harry knocking the heads of two young boys together right here. This was during an engagement that he was with Meghan. And yeah, he knocks their heads together and walks away. Who does that? You know how many, you could have caused some serious concussions to these boys doing that? This is crazy to me. This is why I've never believed Harry is good with children, because I've always said, my friends, I've always said, have we ever seen the royal family allow Prince Harry around any of the younger royal children? William doesn't even allow Harry to hold any of his kids. Have we ever seen a photo of William or Harry holding one of William's children or any of the other royal children? No, we literally have never seen that. And it makes me wonder, like, the royal family must know that this guy probably shouldn't be allowed near young children. He shouldn't be around them at all. They know. They clearly know the secrets. And also, like, the thing is that as a parent, you will pick up on little things. Like when you pose with a child, right? For instance, if I'm taking a photo with a child, first of all, Harry here looks like he is high out of his skull and sniffing this child like his life depends on it. It is very Andrew-like. People want to say that Prince Andrew is disgusting. Look, I'm not sticking up for Andrew. I'm not a fan of Andrew. I think he's a complete POS in my book. I don't care for him at all. He's a complete doofus. And Harry, I think, is worse than Andrew. I think there are weird things that Harry does if he's around children, and that is why he is not welcome to be around them. That's why we've never also seen, like I said, royal children around Harry. What is this? This is gross. And then Meghan is holding this little girl in the sunlight. Hold on, let me show you a better photo. Meghan is holding this little child in the sunlight so she can look like her skin has a glow to it, but this child has the sun completely in their face and eyes. Any parent would be like, let me stand maybe a foot over, maybe move over a little bit, and then you could be in the shade, or even put the child on the other side, hold her on your right side instead, where they are not in the sun completely. This is the same little girl from Tummy Time. Yeah, they love exploiting children and other people's children who don't get a say, but you see how secretive they are about their own surrogate born illegitimate children that are within the royal family's line of succession that have titles such as prince and princess. We all know Meghan Markle wasn't pregnant. Get real. Anyone who believes Meghan Markle was pregnant needs to give their head a shake. And I have said it many, many times. Meghan Markle was never pregnant with Archie. And let us end off on this, because I'm going to show you guys. Meghan Markle was never pregnant with Archie. Who could remember this? This day on this engagement, she showed up in the pink dress. Remember, this was after she claimed she was 6 months pregnant and her stomach was much larger. I don't know about you guys. When I was pregnant, pregnant. My stomach, as the months and days went on, got bigger, not smaller. And on the same day, we see, what is this? You cannot tell me that that is not clearly a cushion under her dress. You cannot tell me that is not Meghan's Beyonce moment where Beyonce's moon bump had also collapsed. This is a cushion. That is not a real pregnant belly. You can literally see her dress catching on to the folds of the cushion underneath her outfit. And then on top of that, I don't know if the strap was undone or what happened, but what is this? Is that the strap from the bodysuit that suddenly came undone because Meghan was literally doing squats and bends while she's pretending to be pregnant? Gwen Mendez, thank you, my darling, says, are Archie and the girl involved in any extracurricular activities, soccer, ballet, etc., anything? No, not that we're aware of. Nothing at all. I'm sure Meghan will probably make up something now that it's been mentioned, but no, nothing at all. Nothing like we have seen, like the odd photo of, like, say, George playing soccer and William and Catherine being on the sidelines, or them leaving in their soccer outfits. We know that Charlotte is in ballet from what she said before, or what her mother had said before, I think it was. But no, nothing about the invisibles at all. And then watch, this next photo, my darlings, is the most diabolical, okay? Because look at this. Where did her belly go? Where would it go? You know, these women are probably like, this dumbass. Like, what is going on here? This is absolutely ridiculous. Where is it? Where's your stomach? This is why King Charles needs to grow a pair, and instead of leaving this constant mess that is going on, of Harry and Meghan turning their royal family into a circus, it looks, the thing is that when you have William and Catherine going out and doing good work on behalf of the royal family, and then you have Meghan and Harry doing stupid stunts like this, it overshadows their work. So why would you want to let this happen all the time, where your son's work, the next in line, is constantly having his work overshadowed because his brother and his raggedy trollop harlot of a wife can't stay out of the news media? Anytime the royals do something, they have to do something to overshadow them and get the most amount of attention. Christine Feeney, thank you, my darling, says, hey, Molly, love you and your petties. I love you guys, and we all can be petty here. This is a safe space for us all to be complete petty betties. And I'm at this point, like, don't you guys feel that Charles is just allowing Harry and Meghan to just insult and desecrate the Queen's memory now too? I mean, Charles saw the amount of harassment and abuse that Harry and Meghan threw towards the Queen during her final years. And I think that if that never happened, maybe the Queen would have lived to see her 100th birthday. Who knows? And yet now they are doing the same exact thing to Charles, and Charles isn't dealing with it. I said that Charles is going and getting treatment to deal with his cancer, and yet he won't deal with the one biggest cancer in the royal family, and that is Harry and Meghan. Truly, Charles is weak and cowardly. The geriatric bronze bombshell is unique and special. Superwoman. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, it's psyops, Molly. Yeah, I feel like with a part of me, and some others have said this also, and I'll leave on this note, but I had put this post up on Twitter asking, like, what is going on here? Like, Meghan never gave birth to Archie. Why is this allowed? Like, what is going on? And someone had mentioned that, let me just see, because TRG brought up a very important thing that I didn't even think about. That, has anyone seen Harry's birth certificate? Nobody has ever really seen Harry's birth certificate. And I've only really seen that Harry was born on 4:20 p.m. I mean, let's be honest, it's quite fitting for him that he was born at 4:20. And I'm just saying that we haven't seen any birth records. And I asked, like, I've only seen these records regarding Harry's birth. Now, maybe he could be a Pembroke. Who knows? And then someone else said here that, hold on a second. Someone was talking about how it was very odd that day that when when Harry was born, because he said, "Oh God, it's a boy and a ginger." And then he drove Diana home from the hospital when she gave birth to Harry and left an hour later to go play polo. And that's not really the actions of a happy father. And then here, Royally Catherine says, yeah, Pembroke or Hewitt. Pembroke was an adult film director whom Diana had an affair with, and his son looks a lot like Dimwit, who also had an affair with Hewitt before and after Dimwit's birth. Longtime lover, bathroom floor, and four-poster bed. And then there was also this theory thrown out there that what if Meghan somehow found out, because she was close to Charles and Harry, what if she got her hands on Charles's DNA, you know, a little bit of his hair when she goes to like give him a kiss on the cheek or something. And during one of her many private trips that she took, even though she claims that the royals took away her passport, she could have gotten a DNA test to find out if Charles was actually Harry's son. I'm just saying. I know, oh, Molly, be careful with this shit, but it's true because it makes you wonder, maybe Harry isn't supposed to be within the line of succession, and that's the only way that Archie and Invisibet are within the line of succession also, because Meghan knows of this. It's just a theory that I'm just throwing out there. It's just a theory that is being discussed underneath the post that I have on X. And if you guys are willing to go check it out, like, it's there, go read about it. And it does make sense when you kind of think about it. Tessie says, hello all, sorry I'm late. I've not watched a live for a while and I keep missing them. Sorry, Molly. Don't worry, darling. Glad to have you here. Much love and kisses to you also. Gwen says, Diana also said that Charles distanced himself from her after Harry was born. Yeah, of course. Wouldn't you also say if you were the father of a child that you knew wasn't yours? I mean, it does make sense in a way, but then you should probably dig more into it before I speak more on it. What do you think? I don't believe the nonsense about H not being Charles's son. There's a photo of Charles when he was much younger and H looks exactly like him. I think I know which photo you're referring to. The one where Charles had a beard, right? And they say that he kind of looked like Harry also. But if you really compare, and let me just pull up the photo here, okay? Let me just pull up a photo, and then I keep saying we'll get going because I got to get going, but I'll just pull up a photo here real quick here. Pembroke. Here we go. Prince Harry and the Pembroke character. Okay, so let me open this image in the other tab, and let me open this one, and let me just show you, okay? So this was the man that allegedly Diana did the whoop-de-doo with, and this is who Harry looks like, which, I mean, when you really look at William and Harry, you kind of see a lot of Diana, but then there's this one, right? But the one that really sold me was this one here. Let me pull it up here. I mean, there's been lots of secrets within the royal family. We're supposed to believe that they wouldn't hide something like this also. Here's Harry. Here's William Herbert, the 18th Earl of Pembroke, which would have been, I think, Harry's brother. If it was. And then this is them superimposed together. They literally have the same ears. They literally have the same hairline. They have the same sideburns. They have the same teeth. They have the same eyebrows too. Half brother. Thank you. Thank you, Jimbo. I'm sorry. These two look more like brothers than say Harry and William. This is the only reason why I bring it up. And it makes me wonder, like, why are these children, why is Harry's children within the line of succession? Why are they bowing down to a trollop who did nothing more than open up briefcases? I don't understand. I don't understand why the royal family is so afraid to like do something and grow a pair. I don't understand. Maybe one of you guys can explain it to me in the comments below. But the fact that Harry is once again missing another one of Archofficial's birthday, well, then I don't know. You've missed 3 birthdays already? You've missed 3 birthdays of your own son? That's not really a good father, what they would be doing. Please say trollop again. There you go, trollop. Meghan Markle is a raggedy trollop. We can't make a decision based on pictures or 2. Supposedly there were tests done and H is Charles's son. Could you imagine though, Christine, the absolute like hysteria and the scandal that would erupt if it came out? That's why they would hide it, right? Like just imagine the scandal and confusion and everything that would come out if it comes out that look, Archofficial and Invisibet aren't from Meghan's body. They are in the line of succession fraudulently. Harry's behavior and actions and the fact that you're going to spend your son's 6th birthday in Vegas. What does a married man need to be doing in Vegas? You know what a married man is going to do in Vegas. He's going to be going and sticking that royal peen in whatever hole or orifice he can find, because I bet you Meghan Markle hasn't been putting out. Let's just hope that Harry doesn't have another run-in like he did before with one of the strippers at one of the pools there. What is he doing in Vegas anyway? He's using the Diana Fund, the Diana Awards, to basically bring on a new initiative, a new scheme, which I don't know how he would be able to do that without the approval of William, but he's going out to put out a new scheme and get some kind of way to fill up his pockets. Caught you off guard. I'm sorry. I mean, look at Harry. This is why I picked this profile photo. This was him last time when he was in Vegas. Is that why Meghan got a stinky fedora hat that is the same color because she saw Harry wearing it in Vegas? And then she was like, oh, I'm going to copy him and have the same exact thing too and always wear it too. Anyways, lie, scheme, grift. Yeah, basically begging for more money. Basically using children and saying that he's going to bring up a new youth initiative fund or something, a new scheme to, use kids to make money off of while trying to silence social media and us coming on here and speaking our truth. But look, I got to get the hell out of here, my friends, because it's been 42 minutes. I should have been gone 10 minutes ago. I got to go and I have an appointment to get to. I will talk to you guys all later. I'm sorry that I'm leaving so quickly, but I totally forgot that I need to get going. My darlings, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to the mods for being here. Oh, can we all please send out hugs and well wishes and thoughts and hearts to our mod Christine, because she took her puppy to the vet today. She took her dear dog to the vet today. So just send her some positive thoughts and well wishes. And I hope that everything goes well for her. And yeah, I will talk to you guys all tomorrow, probably. Stay tuned. I guess follow me. Make sure you're subscribed and you like the video and your notifications are on, because I think I'm going to go live again tomorrow. I do like this live thing. Anyways, guys, toodaloo. Bye.